Good morning, children. Today we'll see the second class of control and coordination. In last class, we just went through nervous coordination, how control and coordination between external environment or internal environment and our body movements happens through nervous system, which includes brain and spinal cord. Okay, how messages from stimulus. It reaches the sensory receptors, sensory neuron, and reaches the brain and the spinal cord, and it reaches again. It passes through motor nerve and reaches the muscle to form an action. Where everything is continuous, everything is connected, right? Now today we'll see how coordination happens through chemical, which involves endocrine system. Chemical coordination is also called endocrine coordination, or chemical coordination involves endocrine system, that is also called hormonal system. Endocrine system வந்து it's a glands, ductless glands, and it does not have a connecting tubes to connect to the different organs. So they are ductless glands which produce or secrete hormones. And hormones are the chemical compounds secreted by these endocrine glands present at various parts of our body. Since they don't have connecting tubes to pass the secreted hormones, these hormones are passed to different organs through blood. They pour the hormones directly into the bloodstream. Through bloodstream, that is circulatory system, these hormones are passed from the site of synthesis to target site. Okay. Since these glands present at various parts of our body are not well connected, so these hormones are passed through blood system. Okay. Circulatory system, and it passes through the blood. What are hormones? What is its role? These are actually chemical substances that regulate the physiological activity of the body. They act as a messengers. In nervous system, neurons act as a messengers, whereas here in chemical coordination, hormones act as a messenger in controlling and coordinating activities throughout the body. Okay, this is a picture of male and female body where we see different glands present in different parts of the body. This is a pituitary gland. There are so many glands, important glands, let us focus. Pituitary gland, which is present in midbrain. Midbrain contains the pituitary gland, that is same in females also. And second is thyroid gland. It is present below the larynx in the neck region. Thyroid gland is present in the neck region, pituitary gland in the midbrain. Okay. Next, third most important is adrenal glands, which is present at the top of the kidneys, on either side of the kidneys. It acts as it is seen as a cap on top of the kidney. These are called adrenal glands, present on either of the kidney, on top of either both the kidneys. Okay, adrenal glands. Fourth, pancreas. You have seen pancreas in the diagram when we were dealing with digestion, that is present below the stomach. Okay, below the stomach, pancreas is there. This is also another gland which secretes hormone. Okay, all these glands are similar to both males and females: pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, and pancreas. These are the four important glands that is common to female and male. Whereas sex hormones, reproductive sex hormones in females, testis has releases a hormone called testosterone. Testis acts as another gland in male, whereas in female, ovaries present in the uterus acts as another gland to secrete a female hormone, sexual hormones. Only sexual hormones are different between male and females, whereas other four glands are common. Now let us see what these glands secrete, which hormones, and what is the function of these hormones, how it is coordinated. Okay, now we'll see one by one. Pituitary gland that is present in the brain is called master gland. Okay, because that controls many other hormones. Okay, pituitary gland that is present in the brain, it secretes a hormone called growth hormone, and it regulates growth in the human body. In animals also, in humans also. This is a growth hormone that is present in the secreted by the pituitary gland, and it controls growth. Okay, what happens if growth hormone is less in childhood? ಚಿಕ್ಕವರಿರುವಾಗ if hormone secretion is very less, it leads to dwarfism. Short, say this is a dwarfism. Since the growth hormone secretion in his childhood was very less, he became dwarf. And then kulla. If the same growth hormone is more in childhood, if over secretion adre, it leads to gigantism. And then he'll become very tall, more than 8 inches, 8 feet. Whereas here, 3 feet, 3.5 feet is dwarf, whereas 8 feet is gigant. Even Lilliput are, even Gulliver. Have you heard of the story Lilliput and Gulliver and Lilliput? That's what. Dwarfism, gigantism. If growth hormone is less or more in childhood, ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿರುವಾಗ ಇದು ಸೆಕ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಟೂ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ಅದೇ ಈ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್, ಇಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಓವರ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು acromegaly ಅಂತ. acromegaly ಅಂದರೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫೇಸ್, ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೆಗ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಬಾಡಿಗಿಂತ ಫೇಸ್ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, ಮೂಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಪ್ಪ, swollen nose, swollen cheeks, swollen teeth, and hands are very big compared to our body. That condition is called acromegaly. That occurs only if growth hormone is more in adults. If it gets over secreted in during adults, this condition occurs. Okay, we know if it is less in childhood, we will become dwarf short. If it is more in childhood, gigantism. Okay, next, thyroxine that is present in the neck below the sound box, larynx ಕೆಳಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Thyroid gland, it secretes a hormone called thyroxine. Okay, what does it, this is also another important hormone, because this hormone, it regulates metabolism of sugars, protein and fat. Small intestine sugar, protein, fats ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಥೈರಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಟ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ರೇಟ್. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಾಗಿ everything, if we get more energy, we'll have a good growth. Otherwise, growth rate is inhibited. Right? If thyroxine is very less, if it is deficiency, we'll get a swollen around the neck region. This neck region, entire thing gets swollen, and that symptom is called goiter. Okay, goiter anta, simple goiter ante, because the condition of swelling around the neck region is due to deficiency of thyroxine. Thyroxine, secretion of thyroxine, it requires a compound called iodine. Iodine is very much necessary for this secretion of thyroxine from thyroid gland. iodine deficiency in our body. This is a micronutrient. If this iodine deficiency is there in our body, thyroxine, we won't get secretion. So no metabolism. Growth rate hinders because metabolism is less, growth rate is also less, and we also get simple goiter disease. It's a disorder due to deficiency of thyroxine. So government has recommended us to use only iodized salts. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಇವಾಗ we have to use iodized salts mixed with iodine. That is recommended for usage to overcome the deficiency of thyroxine. Thyroxine deficiency in the ಆಚೆಗೆ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ we have to use iodized salt in our daily life. Okay, thyroxine deficiency ಆದರೆ ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, growth rate problem ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and we'll get simple goiter. So if we use iodized salt, iodine content in our body increases, so secretion of thyroxine will be more, metabolism will be normal, our growth rate also will be normal. Okay, and third is insulin. Third hormone is insulin. This is secreted in pancreas. Pancreas, that is below the abdomen, pancreas irutte. It secretes the hormone called insulin. Actually again ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ insulin in small intestine. We have observed during digestion that excess glucose that is present in the small intestine is absorbed back, that moves to the liver. Okay, liver move agi alli all sugars gets converted to glycogen. Okay, that is a storage form of sugars in liver. Liver ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಜನ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಶುಗರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಜನ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೈ ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್. ಅದೇ if there is a deficiency of insulin production, secretion by pancreas, glycogen formation will be not there in the liver, so blood sugar level increases the blood sugar level because it cannot convert sugars to glycogen. So blood ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಗರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ insulin deficiency lead to more sugar levels in blood and urine. This condition is called diabetes. Diabetes ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದರೆ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್. ಸೊ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಗರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಲು, ಯೂರಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಗರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಲು ಮೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸ್. ಏನೇನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸು? ಸುಸ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಹಶ್ವಾಗುತ್ತೆ, we feel thirsty, we'll feel tired, and we'll be sweating, and we'll feel hungry frequently, and we'll pass urine. These are the symptoms of diabetes. Okay, to overcome this deficiency, we cannot treat to increase insulin. So once we get diabetes, initially tablets are given to trigger insulin production in our body. Insulin production ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ doctors will give tablets. If for some years, after that we have to take insulin injections itself. Insulin injections ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. We have to take injections to perform this function, that is conversion of sugar to glycogen, so that blood ಅಲ್ಲಿ normal level of sugars will be present in the blood. So you know how pancreas is, insulin is important, which is secreted by pancreas. If it is less, blood sugar level increases and it leads to diabetes. Okay, now the fourth hormone, that is adrenal glands. produces a hormone called adrenaline. This is called emergency hormone. Whereas pituitary gland is a master gland, whereas adrenal gland is called emergency gland, and this hormone is called emergency hormone. It ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ it produces only when we have to fight. ಈಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಭಯ, if we are fear, if we are angry, ಅಗ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಅಥವಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಭಯ, ಟೆನ್ಷನು, ಆ ಥರ ಫೀಲ್ ಆದಾಗ this adrenaline is overproduced. Adrenal glands produces adrenaline only during emergencies and not in the normal conditions. Aggressive nature, ತುಂಬಾ ಭಯ, ಹೆದರಿಕೆ, ಅಥವಾ we have to come out of it. And emergency situations, when we have to face the emergency situations, adrenaline glands produces more of adrenaline. Adrenaline produced more ಆದಾಗ what happens in our body? When in the panic condition, more of adrenaline is produced. Because of that, what are the changes that occur? Blood flows at a faster rate. Salts, blood ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ salts ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿ ಆ muscles, whichever the muscle, say if for example I'll tell, ನಾಯಿ ಏನೋ ಅಟ್ಟಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, we'll get scared and we'll start running, right? That time more adrenaline will be produced, and that adrenaline from adrenal glands is moved to the leg muscles. Leg muscles get more energy, salts and sugars and fats ಎಲ್ಲಾನು leg muscles ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, because we have to run away from the dog. It requires more energy, more salts and more sugars and fats. That time digestion problem ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, it does not happen. Heartbeat ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, because we have to, it helps the leg muscles. During this time, what are the other feelings that we have? Our mouth starts drying, we'll be thirsty, our face will become pale, ಭಯ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, and sometimes we'll be shivering, ನಡುಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಆ ಭಯಕ್ಕೆ, tense feeling, tension, we cannot speak. These are the symptoms that we can see during emergencies. Okay, that is more important. That is overcome by this emergency conditions, panic conditions are overcome by adrenaline. These are the 4 hormones, importance of 4 hormones. Now, after knowing all this is the table just to show what are the 4 hormones, where it, these are the glands, these are the hormones, where it is located, where the gland is located and functions, and these are the symptoms. Okay, we have seen pituitary gland secretes a hormone called growth hormone. It present in the brain, base of the brain, that is midbrain, and it regulates other endocrine. Since it's a master gland, it regulates other endocrine glands, and it mainly controls growth. We have seen low growth hormone on the dwarfism, high growth hormone on the gigantism. If more growth hormone is present in the adults, we see the condition called acromegaly. Similarly, we saw thyroid gland, pancreas, adrenal gland. All these 4 we have seen. Okay, kidney alladru, it prepares the body for emergency, and extra energy is passed to that muscles wherever it is required. Heartbeat increases, blood supply to the muscles increases because it needs more oxygen, and salts in the blood increases. These are the symptoms that we see during panic condition or emergency condition. Now, coming to the sexual organs, sexual hormones. In males, testis produces a hormone called testosterone. It is present in the testis. Testosterone, it helps on the age, adolescent age, we'll see changes in females such as mustache and voice change, voice cracking of voice we'll see, and the whole body organs, everything gets built up. That is sexual development. Okay. ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಗಡಿಸ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀಸೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಬಿಗ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಏಜ್, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಅಡೋಲೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಏಜ್, sperm production in the testis will be there due to this hormone, testosterone. Whereas in females, in ovary, hormone, female hormone called estrogen is produced in female hormone. That is, in the uterus, ovary produces a estrogen. Here also female sexual development happens at the teenage, and 11 12 years the sexual development will start, development of breasts, and we'll start, menopause will start, menstruation cycle will start. At the end, egg production in the ovary also starts. Due to menstruation cycle, egg productions also starts within the uterus. Ovary produces the eggs, whereas in females, testis produces sperms. These are the sexual changes that happens due to sexual hormones present in the male and female. Okay, this is a form of control and coordination in chemical form, that is hormone form. Now let us see what are the differences between nervous coordination and endocrine coordination, that is chemical coordination. What are the differences? Say here we know it consists of organs, brain, spinal cord, nerves and muscles, whereas here it consists of endocrine glands. Messages through nerves is passed as impulses, whereas messages here it is passed through hormone secretion. Okay, how it is passed? Messages are sent in nervous coordination. Messages are sent electrochemically. Impulses are sent electrochemical form through nerve fibers and synapses. Nerve fiber ಮತ್ತೆ synapses ಮೂಲಕ electrochemical form ಅಲ್ಲಿ messages are sent in nerve coordination. Whereas in endocrine coordination, messages are sent chemically, that is hormones, through blood. Okay, here nerve fibers ಮೂಲಕ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಮೂಲಕ messages are passed. And here transmission is very quick. Nervous condition, transmission of impulse is very quick, whereas here endocrine, it is slow because it has to secrete from one place and it has to pass through different places, target sites through blood. And this effects of nervous coordination is short-lived. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಾಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ದಟ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್, few seconds. Whereas secretion, a growth hormone secretion, over secretion or deficiency, it is a long lasting. We cannot change the effect of growth hormone, right? Once dwarfism is done, it's done. We cannot change. Sometimes effect is, for example, insulin, thyroxine. If we provide insulin, thyroxine will be produced. If we don't provide iodine, thyroxine will not be produced. So it is short term. Whereas growth hormone, it is long lasting. So effect is short term and long lasting. Sometimes it will be long lasting. Whereas nerval coordination cannot control or cannot regulate metabolism and growth. Growth and metabolism is not controlled by nervous system, whereas endocrine system can regulate metabolism and growth. Okay. And another difference we can write, nervous system is continuous. It is well connected, whereas endocrine system is not connected. Okay. These are the differences between coordination in terms of nervous system and endocrine system. In the next class, we'll see how this coordination, we saw coordination happening in animals, that is human beings, and same thing happen in animals also. In the next class, let us see how this coordination happens in plants. Okay, thank you.